Bonjour tout le monde. Salam alaikum. Konnichiwa. Dzień dobry. Hello. Yep, it's that time again. How can it be assembly time already? Now, you're probably looking and thinking, wait a minute, that's what she wore on Wednesday. Well, you're absolutely right. I've decided I'm going to start recording a wee bit of it today, simply because I've got so many meetings and everything that I need to do. Now, today, I know it's in the run-up to Christmas, and you'll be thinking, oh, it'll be a Christmas thing. It's not, actually. Today is going to be all about inclusion. Now, inclusion is something that is really important to us here at Downfield. Doesn't matter who you are, who you love, who you don't love, who your God is. Everyone is important here at Downfield, and everyone is welcome here at Downfield. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the things around the school that can help you to find your way about the school a little bit better. Some of the signs that we have, because sometimes we have these things called visuals that the teachers use, and you've maybe seen them hanging around their necks and things, and they've got little pictures on them, and they're great, but sometimes we don't know what those things mean. So we're going to do a wee bit on what they are today. There's going to be a wee message from Mrs. Emmett. There's going to be a wee story called The Different Dragon, which I've got here, but imagine it backwards, because obviously you're seeing it in reverse. So Different Dragon. We are also, as well as learning the signs that you're going to need, we are going to do Stars of the Week, as we always do. We will do shout outs, and I also want to tell you a wee bit about what we're doing for digital learning in our school. So it's a packed assembly today. So I'll be right back. I might be wearing different clothes, but I'll be back. The digital stuff that I'm talking about, well, I have this big plan for the school, and it's going to take 3 years for us to do it all. But we are going to be doing an awful lot more work on Teams, so that if anybody's off or having to isolate, then you can still be part of the lesson. Now, you'll have seen a couple of weeks ago that we did the first ever live lesson from Primary 6M, where people were in different parts of the school, still taking part in the activity, but they were on Teams at the other end. So absolutely brilliant. I've also been looking at animation, and I've been doing lots of training as well around digital learning, and I'm going to be teaching the teachers. So the digital thing that I did last was all about animation using an app called Stop Motion Studio, and it is so easy and it is free, and you can play about with it and do lots and lots of different animations. And I was working with Primary 7C to get that done, and some of the stuff was brilliant, and I am going to show you some of the stuff that we have been doing. Sorry I got interrupted there, but Mrs. Emmett just came into her office with somebody else, so I was just being a bit nosy. Whoops. So I'm going to show you some of the animations that the Primary 7s have done, and eventually what I'm hoping is that there will be enough iPads and enough laptops in the school that just about every class will have their own set, and that we will be able to use them as we would use a pencil and a bit of paper. They will become part of what we do in learning in Downfield Primary School. So you'll be able to have the choice whether to do work on a laptop or an iPad or with a pencil or a paper. That's what it's going to be. So stay tuned. 3 years might seem like a long time, but believe me, it'll go like that. So let's see some of the animations that our fabulous P7s have put together.
Hi everybody, it's lovely to speak to you all again at this assembly, and I know that the theme of this assembly is inclusion and being included, and to me that's one thing that makes our school really special, because included is the I in Downfield Promise, and it's something that was really important to us when we made our promise, and it's something I think we do well. However, it's also something that if we don't concentrate on doing really well, it's something that might stop happening in our school. So I need lots of helpers to help me with this. Being included is about making sure that nobody's left out. It's making sure that we give everybody what they need to be able to do well. And it's about making sure that nobody feels alone and that everybody has a friend to play with and everybody feels part of our school. And I know from conversations with children that at times some people do feel a wee bit left out, and from the conversations that I have with children, often it's about a silly misunderstanding or just people not noticing. So there is a wee bit of a plan to do with that. I had spent the in-service day very recently with their support staff team. So it was Mrs Simpkins, Miss Golaska, Miss Donald, Mrs Imran, all of the ladies and Mr Monroe. And we were watching a programme and listening to a lady talk about our playgrounds and things that we could do in our playgrounds to make it a little bit more inclusive and a bit more fun. And one of the things that was suggested by the lady on the video that all of the support staff really liked was having playground pals. Playground pals would be 1 or 2 people in each class, and I'm not quite sure how it would work. We could either have the same people doing that job all the time, or maybe we might have a rota of people who were interested in doing that. And the job is basically, it does what it says in the tin. You would be people that were out in the playground looking at the people in your class and making sure that everybody in your class were included and that nobody was excluded and that everybody was part of a group and had somebody to play with. And if you spotted anybody in your class that wasn't included and looked a wee bit lonely and wanted to be involved, you would be involved in helping that person get involved in a group and to get a friend. I thought that was a really good idea, and I know that the support staff did too. And actually thinking about it, I thought of loads of our children who would be really, really good at that role. So if you are interested in being a playground pal after the Christmas holidays, please let your teacher know. Come and speak to Miss Bally or I about that, or Mr J, or Mrs Clark. Let us know, and if you're interested in being one of our playground pals, there would be training involved. So you would be trained by Miss Bally and myself and the playground ladies and Mr Monroe, so that you know exactly what to do and what to say and what to do if things don't work out right. So if you're interested in that and you're up for a wee bit of training, or you want more information, please come and speak to us. We'll get a list written out of names of people that are interested, and we can get that sorted after the holidays. Okay, but we would need somebody from every class, so looking for volunteers. Okay, all right guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your assembly and enjoy the weekend when it comes. Bye bye.
I'm going to get some kids to help with this next bit of assembly. So I'm going to go and find classes who are going to... There's Miles. Look, maybe Miles will be able to help. Miles, you want to help me with assembly?
Yeah.
Okay, right, come on then. Miles, can you show me good sitting, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So look at that, sitting, finger on his mouth. Brilliant. Miles,
What?
can you show me good sitting on the carpet now?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Legs crossed, finger on lip, ready to get going. Well done. Thank you, Miles. Okay, so Mrs. Phimister is holding up the lining up card, and you can see that lined up in twos with a partner, ready to go out for playtime. Primary 3, this is a beautiful line. Well done for lining up so nicely. Thank you. stop. Well done, you all stopped. You're looking at me. Thank you. This is amazing. Now, what you can't see is Mrs. Cram is holding up the quiet visual. And you can see that they're all sitting, fingers on lips, quiet and listening. So this could actually be a video for a few of them. It could be good sitting, because they're all showing me good sitting. They're all showing me good listening, but this one is quiet. So no matter where you are in the school, if you see the quiet symbol that you can see at the side of the video here, you stop, you look at the person and you put your finger on your lip. Primary 3, thank you so much. You're wonderful. Well done. As I said already, every single person is welcome at Downfield. No matter who you are, where you come from, what your background is, we are all welcome. And this is a story called The Different Dragon. Noah was a not-so-little boy who was getting ready for bed. He'd taken a bath. He had chosen his favourite pair of pyjamas and put them on all by himself. He had brushed his teeth and only needed a little bit of help from one of his mothers with flossing. Oh, you can see that's a very busy house. Yep. Then he built and toppled some block towers with his younger sister Claire on her bedroom floor, chased the cat Zoe out of the hall closet, lined up all his toy trucks by the stairs, wrestled with his mama and Claire in parents' room, and then finally crashed the neat row of trucks into a big, messy pile. It was a loud crash. I think you're ready for bed, said Go Mama. I think you're right, said Noah with a big grin. There's Noah with Go Mama. And when he was snuggled into his cosy big boy bed in his own room, he said to Go Mama, let's tell a story. Okay, said Go Mama. Who should be in it? Me, said Noah. Will anybody else in the family be in it? Asked Go Mama. Noah was a boy with two mothers, Mama and Go Mama, a younger sister Claire, two cats, Zoe and Diva, a gerbil Rex and some fish. Jonah, Snoopy and Tiny in his family. Nope, just me, Noah said. Then he added, maybe Diva. All right, said Go Mama. And where should you be? How about on a boat? Okay, said Go Mama. So there they are, all ready for their story. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Noah who went sailing on the ocean in his royal blue and snappy orange boat. Is the boat an ocean liner or a sailboat? Asked Noah. A long, steady sailboat with silver sails and colourful flags brought back from adventures in faraway places. Is there a moon? Asked Noah. Yes, answered Go Mama. He sailed along under a moonlit sky that was full of stars. Even though the boy was good at counting, there were so many stars in the night sky that he couldn't possibly count them all. The boat was sturdy and the water was dark and cool. So there he is in his boat with Diva, the cat. Oh, not sure if Diva's happy or not there. Is there music? Wondered Noah. Indeed. Noah's favourite cat, Diva, always sailing in the royal blue and snappy orange boat with him. On this night, she sang a fancy feline tune, opera style. I love a grand feast of big fishes from the sea. I love a wicked prowl, chasing mice and lots of fowl. But what I love most is to nap, 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 nap in the sun. Noah and Diva had discovered that magical things happened to them when they sailed the high seas under a moonlit sky, and tonight felt especially magical. As they stood on the deck of the boat, looking out into the night, Noah tasted the air with his tongue. He rolled the air around in his mouth and thought it tasted like peanuts, said Noah. Peanuts, Go-Mama agreed and went on. Peanuts and lemons and the magical tasting air made Noah hungry for a snack. He said to Diva, let's sail to Dragon Cove and get some chocolate yogurt for me and some goldfish for you. Diva thought this was an excellent idea, so Noah turned the boat in the direction of Dragon Cove. Oh, see all the dragons there? And there's Diva looking. On the great lawn beside the cove, they discovered that a firefly and cricket convention was underway. The sky was full of blinking luminescence and orchestral melodies floated across the air. The music was grand and sounded... Go-Mama, is there going to be a mean dragon? Noah interrupted. A mean dragon? With fire in his nostrils and a long, spitly red tongue and lots of chomping teeth? That kind? Noah nodded his head in a very serious way. Very well, said Go-Mama. Yep, I can see lots of fire there. As Noah slipped the boat into the main dock in Dragon Cave, he felt a strangely warm gust of air brush the back of his neck. Diva meowed and then quickly skittled down below deck. Noah knew just what he would see when he turned around. The meanest dragon in all of Dragon Country was lumbering down the hill, fire darting from each nostril and hot breath pouring from his teeth-filled mouth. The musical melodies abruptly stopped and the crickets and fireflies scattered hither and yon. Noah stood on the deck of his boat and decided it was time to put on protective gear. A shield and goggles, Noah said. Right you are, said Go-Mama. Noah went below deck. First he reassured Diva, who was hiding behind a pile of life jackets, that all would be safe again soon. Then he donned his protective gear. He went back up on deck, and Noah saw that the dragon was beginning to... ... I wonder what he was beginning to do. Do you think you can see? What do you think's going to happen? Let's see. Cry, said Noah, quite certainly. Cry? Asked Go-Mama. Yes, because he's very upset. Why is he upset? You tell, said Noah. So there we go. We can see that he's crying. It's a very sad looking dragon, isn't he? So, Go-Mama thought for a minute, then continued. The dragon cried and cried. His sobs were so loud that they shook the trees and the ground and the hills and the very deck of Noah's sailboat. And the dragon's tears were as big as... tennis balls, said Noah. Tennis balls which splashed on the ground and began to make puddles all around the dragon. Noah, who had been prepared to protect himself from the dragon's fire, lowered his shield and pushed his goggles onto the top of his head. Then he spoke to the dragon. What's the matter? He asked. I just can't do it, the dragon wailed. His big nostrils were no longer darting fire. Instead, he had a runny nose, and truthfully, he could have used a very big hanky at that moment. It's no use. I can see that he's very upset. What's no use? Noah asked, moving up to the bow of the boat so he could get closer to the dragon, who was now standing on the dock. I just can't be fierce anymore, said the dragon. I just can't. Why not? Noah asked. It's a lot of pressure to be fierce all the time. All the roaring and gnashing of teeth and snorting fire. It's a lot of work to scare people and be so mean. And nobody ever wants a dragon to be funny or sad or just regular. There's always one way for a dragon to be, and that's it.
the dragon lay down, resting his head on his front legs, just the way Diva did when she was napping in the sun sometimes. Noah put his shield down on the deck and spoke to the dragon kindly but firmly. I am a smart boy, and I know some things. I know there are lots of different ways to be a dragon, and being fierce isn't the only way you have to be. You can be however you want. If you want to crush my sailboat and set fire on it, then eat me up, you can. Or we could play badminton and then have some ice cream instead. There he is talking to the dragon. Noah did indeed sound very wise. The dragon listened carefully and thought about what Noah was saying. Then Noah added, and I have a lot of friends who feel the same as I do. They'd like a dragon who was different. Miss Bally's arms aren't long enough for this. With that, the dragon lifted his big head. He looked extremely relieved, even happy, and he dragged the scaly back of his claw across his runny nose. Can you teach me how to play badminton? He asked. Noah said, sure, let me get the equipment. So the very smart, not so little boy went below deck and retrieved 2 badminton rackets and the shuttlecock. Look at him playing badminton with the dragon. Under the full moon, he taught the dragon how to play, and they played for a long, long, long time, until it was time for breakfast. And what did they have for breakfast? Noah asked with a yawn. Now that, said his go-mama, is another story. So everyone is different. Everyone needs different things. And as it says in this story here, it's actually good to be different. Shout out time. the Week. And here we are at Stars of the Week again, and the first one is Ellis in P2. Always super helpful in class, well done, and thank you. Absolutely brilliant, Ellis, keep it up. Then we've got Luca in P5B for having a great week and being a positive role model. Well done, Luca. Molly in P7C for an excellent effort in ICT. In fact, I would like to say not only well done to Molly, but well done to the whole of Primary 7 for working so hard on their animation things the other day with me. Absolutely brilliant. So well done, Molly, and also P7C. Sunny in P2W for logging on independently in ICT. Well done. That's really, really good. It makes life so much easier when you can log on independently. Harmony in P6S for always listening carefully to instructions in ICT. Mr. Solomon, you've been busy this week, I can tell. Well done, Harmony. Then we've got Eben in P3SP for trying hard and being helpful in ICT. Big Al, this is your second week of getting a star in P6M for his witty observations. Absolutely brilliant, Alan. You make us laugh every day. Well done. Then in P4D, we've got Riley for always treating others with kindness and respect. Well done to you, Riley. I know that that's what you always do and you always have, so well done. Grace in P1G for applying her learning in different contexts. Well done, Grace. That is what I love to hear. Well done. P1C, we've got this one for Kaysen for always showing respect to all adults and his classmates, as well as showing fantastic listening. Kaysen, I think there's about 4 different things there. Respect, showing fantastic listening, looking out for classmates. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, Kaysen. Patrick in P2W for being very focused in all of his activities. Well done. Patrick, that is perfect. I love hearing that. Well done. Then Sunny in P4B for staying focused on his tasks and contributing during class discussions. Well done to you, Sunny. That really does make my heart happy. Well done. Then KD in P5 for excellent work in PE and being super helpful, and that's from Mr. J. Well done, KD. In fact, I seem to think it was your wee brother that got a star from Mr. J last week. Well done to you. Paige in P5 for excellent pivoting in bench ball, and that comes from Mr. J as well, so well done to you, Paige. PJ in P3SP for following instructions and working hard. Second week you're getting a star, PJ. Well done. Good lad. Lots of people here. So we've got Madsen, Arthur, Maya and Caleb in P5 for great teamwork creating your windmill of the future poster. I absolutely agree. I've seen some of these posters and they're absolutely brilliant. Everyone has worked really, really hard. Well done. Just ignore my little update thing that's just come up in the corner. Cade in P3C for doing his best with every task and working so well with others. Cade, I am absolutely delighted to hear that. Brilliant, well done. Thank you for trying so hard. Janine in 7C for having a very positive week. Absolutely brilliant, keep it up. I absolutely agree with Mrs. Clark. Keep it up, Janine. Mackenzie in P7DS for always working very hard and being a good friend. You are a star. I will save you from singing a song, Mackenzie, but you know the song that I'm talking about, and yes, you are a star. Jack in P6M for being a fantastic role model to others and for always having a great attitude towards his learning. Well done. Jack, that is brilliant news. Really, really proud of you. Molly O in P6 for being consistently hard-working and writing an excellent persuasive letter this week. I wonder who you're trying to persuade. Well done to you, Molly. And this one is a special one. It's a big welcome to Downfield to Miss Tinkler, who is actually working in Primary 6. She'll be with us for a few weeks, and when she's finished in Primary 6, you'll see her in Primary 1. So welcome to you, lovely to have you, and well done to every single one of our stars. Everyone's stars, but some people just go that wee bit extra. So well done to everyone.
Right, everybody, me again. Shh, I've got a wee message for you, and it's a secret one. So if your class teacher is in the class and paying attention to the assembly, could you ask your teacher now to close their eyes and stick their fingers in their ears, because they're not going to be able to hear this. Have they done it? If they've not done it, tell them now. Eyes closed and fingers in their ears. Right. Okay? All right. Message went out to parents this week to say that unfortunately at the end of term we are not allowed to accept gifts into the school and cards for teachers. Okay? And I know that everybody's going to be a wee bit disappointed about that, but it's because of COVID and we can't take things from home, as you all know, which is why you've got your own pencil cases and you're all so good at leaving your stuff at home. But I thought, as a wee secret thing, every class could maybe get together and arrange to make a card or something for their teacher using the materials in school. Okay, so if as a class you think of a wee idea that you want to make a card or a calendar or something for your teachers, and if you need any help with that, okay, because you can't ask your teacher for paper or glue or glitter or whatever because they might get suspicious, but if you need any help, could you please come and speak to Mrs. Clark, Mr. J, Miss Bally or myself, and we'll be able to help you with that, okay? But top secret, shh, don't tell anybody. Bye. Tell them to take their fingers out their ears now.
See you next week, guys.